You are listening to I Am Refocused Radio with your host, Shamaya Reed. This show is designed to inspire you to live your purpose and regain your focus. And now, here's your host, Shamaya Reed.
Hey, welcome to I Am Refocused Radio, man. We are here once again today. Man, we have a true honor talking to an amazing guest today, Mr. Paul Sexton. He is the author of Charlie's Good Tonight. Man, this is an amazing book. And I want to first say thank you, Paul, for taking time to schedule talk to us today. How are you doing, sir?
I'm good, Shamar. Thank you so much. Great to talk to you.
Man, it's good to have you on, man. So, man, with 30 plus years of experience writing about the Stones, this is an exclusive, amazing book that you are more than qualified to write about. Tell the audience a little bit about some of the exclusives that you get to share.
Well, I guess briefly, the sort of background to it is, as you say, 30 years or so of interviewing the Stones. Charlie, the first time I met him was in 1991. I'd already been, a music journalist for quite a long time by then, and that popped up as a possibility, and it just grew into this, recurring, lovely feature of my working life. Interviewing them pretty much every time there was a new record or a new tour, I'd be out with them, or doing either writing a newspaper piece or maybe making a radio documentary, which I do as well, or sometimes even working, doing promotional stuff for the band themselves. So it's, you never expect it. It's not one of those things you can chase, really, but it's an amazing treat to have that kind of access. And having interviewed Charlie a good dozen times, over that whole period, it kind of led to this idea for a book, which originally the first discussion was about it possibly being an autobiography when Charlie was still with us, then that I would work on with him. But obviously for very sad reasons, as in him not being with us now, it does feel to me like the biography treatment is the better one, because it's a chance for everybody to pay their respects to him, really, and they really did. I have to say, everybody stepped up. The band, his bandmates, his past and present, and so many people around them, and other friends and family in particular. His daughter, his granddaughter, his sister. His sister in particular, Linda, has never spoken to anybody about Charlie before. Most people don't even know that Charlie had a sister. So that was amazing to be able to sort of develop my knowledge of him as a musician, but also I think maybe almost as important as a human being, and a very unusual man, So, yes, it was lovely to have that access and to hear some very funny stories, and affectionate anecdotes from people about him as well.
Charlie Watts, man, he's one of the most decorated musicians in the world. He joined the Rolling Stones like a few months after the formation in the early 1963. When the family gives you that nod, that approval to go ahead and write this project on him, I mean, that's a great honor. What was it like to be able to have that blessing from his family?
It was fantastic. Obviously, it's also one of those things where you think, boy, I better do a good job here, because, your head is above the parapet kind of thing. But his family are every bit as low-key and classy as Charlie was. And that's very unusual in this business, as you know. You don't get many people who are quiet and reserved and just have a sense of perspective about things. And it just seems to run in the Watts family, So yes, when they gave this the green light, that was an amazing honor. And I hope I treated them with respect, and was able to talk to them about their memories of him, and remembering always, and I think you have to, that it's all very well us mourning the loss of one of our heroes. They lost their father, grandfather, brother, and I think you have to pay to be respectful of that, and at the same time just let the stories kind of gently fall out. Don't make them happen. Don't try and chase things too hard, and that way I think everyone's come up with some lovely little memories of him, but on and off stage. There's some great stories in there from people like Chuck Leavell, who's the Stones, music director and keyboard player these many years. Lisa Fisher, who was, Mick's foil really on stage as the great one of the great singers with the band, and she talks about what it was like actually literally being right next to him on stage and just seeing him and teasing him and sort of making him he's a pretty bashful guy at the best of times, so she would have great fun with him on stage. And then there's all kinds of stories from people in the family and his tailor, his shoemaker, because this is a man of great style, wealth and taste, as they say, as well. So the important thing to me was to try and create a picture of Charlie as a not just as a drummer and an amazing musician, but as a human being as well.
Once again, true honor talking to Paul Sexton. He is the author of Charlie's Good Tonight. You can get this book on Amazon, hard copy, even audiobook. So this is a must-get item, especially if you're a music fan. And you've been writing about music for a long time.
I certainly have. Yeah, there's another one of those scary anniversaries coming up soon, actually. It's because I started writing about music when I was still at school when I was 17. And in a couple of months, that will be 45 years of doing this. So it's getting a bit serious now.
So once again, man, it's a true honor, man, talking to a legend, man, Mr. Paul Sexton. Once again, get this amazing book, Charlie's Good Tonight. You can get on Amazon, anywhere you can get a book. I just want to say thank you, sir, taking time in your schedule to talk to us today, man.
Thanks so much, man. Great to talk to you.
Thank you.